was it to be back at Autzen and with the crowd?
It was great. It was an amazing experience, with a whole new team, right? I think, it was great to see just the Sandsfield again. But, yeah, no, I'm blessed to be in this position, and it was great. So.
Anybody really catch your eye out there? It's like any of the newcomers who kind of made some plays. Teshi mentioned I can't remember. Aaron Flowers.
Yep.
Anybody catch your eye out there?
Yeah, Dakota Fields, Aaron Flowers, and some of the young guys up front like Tion. I think, those guys have been working all spring, and then it was exciting to see that show up in the game. So.
It was your first experience in Austin with the in-helmet communication with the crowd there. How do you think that went for you guys on defense?
Yeah, it went pretty good. It went pretty swell. That's something that we try to create in practice, with like the crowd noise and stuff like that. So, no problems. We're still signaling a little bit, but it went swell.
The D-line was able to make a lot of plays up front in the run game. How much easier does that make your job coming downhill to try to make hits and deliver tackles?
It makes it way easier when you're 3 technique and you're 2 hour, taking those double teams on for you and you can shoot the gap. So, I'm really grateful for all the guys up front. I'm grateful for, Coach Tony Tuioti to be coaching those guys up front as well.
Where did this defense get better over the last month, Jeff?
What was that?
Where did this defense get better over the last month?
Really, I would say attacking the ball. That's been a huge emphasis, getting batted balls. I think the D-line's been doing a great job of, batting the balls, getting their hands up, going from speed to power, and then also just ball excellence. I know that Tosh talks about that all the time. So, whether that's punching the ball out, that's something that we're trying to enforce more this year is, getting those fumbles. And, I think we did a good job attacking the ball, through the air, Dakota getting that pick and stuff like that. So,
You guys going to have 8 guys drafted here, maybe even a 9th before it's over. A lot of people say, well, it's hard to reload after that. On paper, it looks like you guys might very well be a more talented team, even better team after that. Do you guys feel that way? Do you feel like this is a better team than with all you have to replace?
100%. I think, we have the right guys here that, that are molded from, some of the guys that were here last year on the team. They're bringing some of that same experience from, those winning 2 teams that we had, these previous 2 years that we've been under Coach Lanning. And I think, Coach Lanning and all the guys bringing in, the right people that want to win and the guys that have the right mindset and that want to work.
So, this was our first time getting to see Jay Harris. Was he always that physical in practice? Like, when was the first moment you realized, like, this guy, G2 guy, could get in there and play?
Yeah, no, I think it's the first day that I seen him when we're in pads. Obviously with him being a running back and me being a linebacker, we're crossing over a lot. So that's something that Jay brings every day. And I think that, with him and his talent level is going to take him, the sky's the limit for him. So.
You see from some of the younger linebackers, like Kamar Mathuti, Jerry Mixon, what do you see from them?
Yeah, I know that Devin Jackson's been like the talk that like he's kind of been developing really well, and he has, and I'm so proud of that guy for that. And then also, Kamar Mathuti, Braden Platt, and I think Jerry Mixon are all guys that are going to contribute to this linebacker room, this year. So
you're going to live is he going to keep talking trash to Kamar after he got stiff-armed by Jay there?
What was that?
Are you going to the trash talk, is that going to happen after Jay Harris stiff-armed Kamar in that first half?
Yeah, I mean, linebackers and running backs are always going to have that beef, you know what I mean? So it's always competition, but then it's always love at the end of the day. And I know Kamar, is always going to learn from his mistakes. And I know, just as a linebacker room, we're always going to go into the film room and learn from our mistakes as well. So.
How do you think the defense has done working in a lot of new transfers, a lot of incoming freshmen, meshing those guys with returners from last year? So how do you think that's gone?
I think that's gone amazing. That goes down to one of our pillars of our program, and that goes to connection. I think that, guys hanging outside with guys outside the facility, and then a lot of guys like leaders in the room, like me for the linebacker room, and then guys like Keon Ware Hudson and Ben Roberts for the D-line room, and Jordan Birch. Those guys are, taking those young guys from their wing and really seeing them outside of the facility, whether that's extra bonus meetings with them, just checking up on them and little things like that. So.
Tosh said that a successful day for the defense would be 10 takeaways and 3 touchdowns. Obviously, that didn't happen, but do you think today was a successful day for the defense, and why?
Yeah, I thought it was a successful day, but I know that we didn't meet that standard, right? So, that's something that me and Tosh, or that's what I see in that Tosh came up in here and talked about that, and I think that's what we're chasing. Like we have a great, there's a high standard, right? And so we have to chase that every day, and we didn't meet that today, but you can't say it's not a successful day. So
why was it a successful day in your mind?
I think just guys just showing up. The tackling showed up well. We missed only a couple tackles, but then also guys attacking the ball, guys flying around to the ball. But then like those little increments and those little goals like Tosh was talking about, we didn't meet those. So yeah.
John's not finished, Jeff, but it's talked about you want to improve in pass rush, and linebackers this weekend aren't having a very good weekend at the next level, in part because you need to do a little bit more. You need to be a pass rusher at that level. Where do you feel like you are in that progress, in that process of developing that in your game?
I feel like I'm slowly, going to continue to get better, right? I think my spring, I've been doing a great job of, staying after practice, whether that's working with the D-line coaches, outside backer coaches, working with Coach B. Mike, picking up tips and just watching film on great pass rushers in the league like Micah Parsons, et cetera, right? I think, I'm going to continue to get better, right? That's just the guy that I am. I'm going to, find those little aspects of my game that I can continue to get better on. And pass rush, just like you said, is the thing that I want to get better on a lot, and I'm going to continue to get better at that.
What do the next 3 months look like for you? Are you going back to work at various different spots off campus, or what does it look like between now and the end of July?
Yeah, I think it, just continuing to stay up on my body, keep my body healthy, and then, like I said, work on those like little fundamentals and techniques, because I never want to get out of the groove out of that football groove, because we got fall camp and then summer coming up, and then season's rolling. It's right around the corner, right? So I think it's just being consistent with my process, just continue to dominate in the classroom, and then continue to be a leader for this team.